We don't do that too much, but he has a BA and an MBA from Stanford in business administration.
Inland Imaging is the Northwest leader in diagnostic medical imaging and is proud to be the official medical imaging provider for Gonzaga athletics. Inland Imaging, making a difference in people's lives. Greg Heiser and Craig Elo are courtside. We've got a 9-point Gonzaga lead at 44-35 over Portland as both programs begin West Coast Conference play here tonight. Stephen Gray, 8 points in that first half, Craig, but 5 to start the second half.
Yeah, and one was coming off of a bad pass, but this was a great play. He stole the ball on the one end, drove down to the other, and no one ready. And then here's the easy one. Now, come on, Stephen, give us a 360. What's up?
But then a 360, that's rich coming from you.
Oh, I know. At least a cup dunk. A dunk, something. I mean, he had a great opportunity to really show us something.
Pargo back into the game for Gonzaga. Here's Will Foster on the baseline. Sigma's out of the game now for Portland with those 4 personal fouls. So Eric Revenue having some foul issues now to deal with down the stretch for his Portland team. He's got 2 other players with 3. Shot missed. Foster almost kept it alive for Gonzaga, but this is Campbell with it for Portland. Niedermeyer.
The other advantage of being 7'5", Will Foster, you can play behind guys. You don't have to front guys. Remember you said a while ago Josh Heupel was fronting the post?
Right.
If you're 7'5", you just play behind them.
Pargo picks up his 2nd personal foul. He's not agreeing with the call.
And you know what? I take that back on Stephen Gray. 2 points to me is 2 points. Get 2 points. You don't get style points, right? They don't give you style points.
It's okay. It's all right.
All right.
We know you were all about the dunk when you played.
Well, I figured it out when Phil Hubbard finally said, hey, I can't dunk, so I'm going to lay it up. It's worth 2 points. You can dunk, and you still get 2 points.
Right.
So, yeah, just get 2 points, and that's exactly what Stephen Gray did.
But you make the cover of a lot more magazines if you can.
And you get a lot more dates. I think I told Matt Bolden that once.
Yeah. Knutson got the ball down low, missed the shot. Day with a rebound for Gonzaga near side Pargo. Up court to Gray. Heitfeld was clobbered from behind as he tried to set his position on the block there by Knutson. The fall away. Day had it. Tipped it to Knutson. This is Campbell near side for Portland. Pilots with numbers. Campbell with a jump shot, no good. Day with a rebound.
You know, Pargo did the right thing. He took away the layup. He made Campbell make a decision shooting that. That's the shot you want him to take in a transition defensive scheme. Pargo doing a nice job there.
Heitfeld almost traveled. There's Pargo. Great look inside to Day, who missed the shot, got it back, and he hits it.
Well, if you're wondering, that's Austin Day's first basket of the game. Almost
certainly is.
9 minutes left, but remember he had 3 fouls in the first half, so he went to or 2 in the first half, excuse me, that the coach sent him to the bench then, so he didn't get a lot of opportunities in the first half.
Well, now 1 of 5 shooting. Wide open is Knutson. There was not a defender within 12 feet of Kramer Knutson.
One of the best things a defensive team does is talk on defense. I think that's one of the best tools you can use on the defensive end. But if you don't talk, things like what you just saw happens.
We'll get another look at it right now as we go to break. But watch, feed to Knutson. He turned around. Nobody was there. Portland staying in it. 9-point game in Spokane. Take a look at the coaches poll. This is how they see the league unfolding this year. Gonzaga picked to win it with St. Mary's, San Diego, Santa Clara. Those 4 teams all really good. There's Portland at number 6, but I think this team's going to win a lot of games, Greg.
Well, the 8th youngest team in the country right now with 9 wins. I think the way they play and then, like you said, take on the demeanor of the coach. I think they're a feisty bunch, and they're going to cause a lot of problems. You do not want to let a team like this have any confidence in the game whatsoever.
And that time it was Heitfeld feeding the interior to Pargo.
The high-low pass. The high-low pass that we've all come accustomed to watching GU play. But
oftentimes at Gonzaga, it's with the post players high-low.
Yes.
4 to 5 or 5 to 4. But when the point guard gets involved.
Well, how many times can you say, hey, Jeremy, you got the height advantage on Tony Campbell. Take him down there. You're a good post player. You're a good. And he got good position and a great pass. That you need a 6'11" guy that can throw that ball down in there. And Pargo doing a nice job of locking and sealing in there. Getting himself an easy basket. And believe you me, he needs a lot of easy baskets to overcome some of the things that are you know, he's fighting with right now.
There's Gray, stripped it away, but Smelter's got it back. Threw up a wild one, no good. Day clears another rebound. So Austin now with his 9th rebound of the game. He may not be scoring, Craig, but he's doing something. Pargo can't buy that bucket. That went all the way around. But Gonzaga with another chance. And we've got a whistle.
And a nice job by Austin Day. He had the Lillard Campbell on him. Instead of using his elbows, he let the ball come to him, right? And trying to keep Campbell away, he held his ground. He didn't push off. He didn't need to because he had the height advantage, and he got the foul called on Campbell.
TJ Campbell with the personal foul, his first, team's third. Heitfeld locks, or loads and locks, missed the shot. Downs lost it out of bounds. 8:20 to play, and Gonzaga now, Craig, it's been nearing 23 minutes since they've been to the free throw line.
Well, I've told you this before. A perimeter team that shoots on the perimeter will not get to the free throw line unless you're aggressive and actively go towards the rim. There are not going to be fouls called on perimeter shooters because all you're going to do is contest the shot from out there, right? You're not going to foul the guy out there. That's a cardinal rule. You can't foul a jump shooter.
Pargo with the backside defensive help. But 10 of 11 free throws, all coming in the first half, and I think most of them came in the first 10 minutes. And Heitfeld took 5 of those 11 attempts. They've quit trying to feed the post to him.
Yeah, and you cannot quit being aggressive like that right there. What does the scouting report say about Nick Ravio? Loves to size up his guy and take the ball on the floor to the rim, and we have yet to see any Zag players actually do that.
Yeah, and that time Ravio right down through the heart of that Zag defense, and nobody stopped the ball. Nobody stepped in front of him. Great three-point shot. That's long. Downs with a nice rebound and putback. Downs with 5.
You know, Micah's got a lot of ability, but that's one thing that I think that he should find his role on this team is being an offensive player. I think Matt Bolden, Stephen Gray, and Austin Day are all the offensive threats. But I think if Micah can use his height and his jumping ability to just go after rebounds and putbacks like that, he could be on the floor a lot for the Zags.
Ravio, that's off. Day with his 11th rebound, 9th rebound. Let me get my bearings. 10th rebound. I'll get it one of these times. Here's Day inside. They'll go to the free throw line. Should take this time now to say hi to Frank Burgess, former great player here at Gonzaga. I know on the west side watching this game tonight. They asked me to say hello, Mr. Burgess. 50-39, Portland still in it. Ravio trying to lead his team to victory. We'll be back. Portland's gotten some easy buckets here the last few possessions, Craig. How have they done it on this Gonzaga defense?
Well, the one thing I was talking about is you don't just, well, we just see Micah leave. There was, look, 3 players over here. Josh got screened by Micah's man. Micah was supposed to switch, but Micah did not switch onto Knudsen, so there was no talking going on.
Right.
And I think that's the whole key. If you're going to switch, you got to say, hey, Greg, I got Knudsen.
Or physically just grab the guy and push him over there.
Exactly, and push him over there. And
it's not always verbal communication.
It can be, or it doesn't need to be. You're exactly right. And on that situation, that was just an easy screen on Josh. Josh switches on to Micah's man. Micah stays with Josh's man. But Micah left thinking that Josh was going to recover, so no communication whatsoever.
I think that's the first free throw by taken by either team in nearly 19 minutes.
That's a long time.
Without a free throw.
Without a free throw. That means a lot of perimeter shots, no one being aggressive, and any coach will tell you no one wants to see that. You want to see guys actively going to the rim trying to get fouls called. And with Sigma having 4, right, and Niedermeyer out there with 3, he's played the whole half with 3. No one's gone at Niedermeyer trying to get him out of the game, and he's one of their hustle players that you want to